Hey everyone, how's it going out there in Speed Gaming Land? I'm Crows, and I'm here to host this match of the inaugural Metroid Planets Enigma tournament. How's it going, folks? Today, we're having a great match between NolamiAmada and Gorodor. Hope they're in for a good race. And on tracking, we have the one and only S. Skyhawk, who's going to be joining us. Alright, as we're getting ready to head out here. Yep, the race is starting, and we'll go over what Enigma is. I bet you're asking, Crows, what's Metroid Planets? Well, I'm glad you asked. That is a fan-made Metroid game done by Vacant Shade, which intends to make all of the things for original NES Metroid a little bit better, a little bit easier for new players to get into, but Enigma mode is kind of like a hyped up randomizer. So you get to see our racers go searching for whatever items and whatnot in their way to try to make their way to the bosses and defeat Mother Brain. But what makes us unique is that all these rooms they're going to be going for, they are all creator-made rooms. So our runners have no clue what rooms their maps are going to be made out of. That's right, Enigma mode stitches a bunch of creator-made rooms together in an effort to try and see what map happens and where it goes. All right, and it looks like Amada's out of the gate and going right. And Gorodor is just a little bit behind, but they'll catch up. All right. So normally we're looking for our first missiles. Missiles are scattered all over the place in Metroid Planets. Yes, this is not Super, even though certain map screens may look like they are. And Gorodor is catching up. Alright. Hope everyone is doing well out there in good old Speed Game Land. Alright, Amada had just came across her first map scanner. And that map scanner allows her to scan any space on the map in hopes of revealing more info that she would not have. Gorodor is also getting his first map scan as well. Alright, both of them are kind of scanning the same areas. Alright, we got a little bit of lag on Amada's side there. But now it looks like they are kind of in sync. And right now they are high-fiving each other in this room, both of them off to the same start. Right now we're looking for any progression items. And progression items are your normal, NES Metroid ones, your Morph Ball, your High Jump, your Long Beam, your Ice Beam, Spazer. Oh, what's this? There's our Wave Beam, otherwise known as Best Beam. Gorodor is going to be very, very happy that that's going to be the start of this match. Gorodor seems to think that Wave Beam is Best Beam, but some of us might disagree and say Spazer is. But we'll let history decide that one. Alright, we got an elevator, and this elevator will take them into Crateria. So in this, when generating a map for Metroid Planets Enigma, you could set however many areas you want to go to from 2 all the way up to 7, as well as various other settings. Now for this round of our tournament, it is a Swiss first round, and the settings are 7 area. So that means we're going to be getting every single area. So I recognize most things of the tracker. The one thing I don't recognize is the triangle thing. Yes, unlike NES Metroid, there are new items here in this game. And especially items taken from various other Metroid games. But that triangle thing comes in the form of our cores. And cores help augment Samus with different abilities that Samus might not have. And Gorodor gets missiles. So there's our first missiles to open up any missile doors. But so these cores give Samus various abilities, such as being hidden from enemies. That's Phantom Core. We have Phazon Core, which drains your energy all the way down to 50, but gives you double damage. There's Sensor Core, which reveals various hidden blocks. But so that triangle is one of our core augmenters, which allows the time it takes for you to change up the cores, which normally it's 5 minutes on cooldown. And after that 5 minutes, as long as that time has passed, you may switch to another core. But with that core capacitor, you could actually lessen that cooldown a little bit. All right, and Amada has now gotten their missiles. Gorodor is finding a long hallway. Trying to figure out, there's our first space jump thing. Yes, space jump is a thing in this game. Actually, plasma is best beam. Yes, plasma is... That is a better beam than the best beam, but sadly, plasma is not in this game. Alright, Gorodor has traversed down to Criteria and hit that map scanner. There are 3 map scanners hidden in the core hub areas in this game. Criteria, Norfair, and Brinstar. And after you use them, those map scans go on a 15-minute cooldown cycle, and it's going to be 15 minutes before you get another map scan from them. Like I said, it helps reveal hidden areas. It's a good place. Oh, and Gorodor has found Morph Ball. Alright, so Wave and Morph Ball are our first items here. Gonna allow us to go in various small checks. People ask, why can't Metroid crawl? Well, because there's a Morph Ball. You just keep rolling, 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 yeah. Right, Amada's searching for that Morph Ball and a way forward here. Yes, we do be ballin'. Gorodor also has now got an energy tank, and Amada now gets the Morph Ball, so they are very close, our runners. And in order to beat the map, the seed, this planet, what you have to do is defeat all 3 bosses on this second area Enigma, which means they have to defeat Kraid, Ridley, and a certain little boss from Super Metroid who's no longer DLC, known as Spore Spawn. Once those bosses are defeated, they're going to be trying to find Mother Brain's Golden Door, which only opens once those 3 bosses have been defeated. Alright, more missiles for Amada. Gorodor could not do that room, unfortunately. Oh, and it looks like Gorodor has stumbled across the high jump. Well, that's going to be really helpful in getting to certain places, since no bombs yet, so no IB Jane. The great part about Metroid Planets is that so many things from NES Metroid have been made a lot simpler, and kind of quality of life stuff. Like bomb jumping. Bomb jumping is a little bit more viable in this version. Right, Amada is busy picking up more missiles. Gorodor is going through the snowy room. And if you notice, when you go into a room in Enigma mode, you'll see the name of the room pop up along with the name of the author above it. Which, that helps when you get stuck in a room, or if a room's really aggravating you, you can always curse the person who made the room. Normally, especially if it's a best room, it's normally you're screaming Gorodor's name. But Gorodor is playing, maybe Gorodor will scream out his own name. We'll find out! Right, Amada's jumping through. The other thing Enigma allows you to do on Generation, it could start you in any of the core hub areas. That means it could start you off in Criteria, Norfair, or Brinstar. Oh, and here we have found our first core. Gorodor picks up Surge Core, which is one of those augmenting items that I talked about earlier. That changes a little bit how you play. Surge Core, there's a little bit of a hate on Surge Core in the community, which I find a little bit overblown. The fact that Gorodor picked up Surge Core, good. I approve. Alright, Amada's climbing. Seeing what's over here, and Amada is picking up their high jump. Yes, she's probably very happy to see that. And Gorodor, this is why we all love Gorodor, folks. You see these best rooms? We can all blame Gorodor for that. Alright, our players are going through, scoping out the rest of Criteria. In the chat, we see Surge Core is the worst core. I disagree. There's a lot worse cores than Surge Core. Like, oh, and there's another core! Good! Just in time for me to not answer that question. But Gorodor cannot get that. And Gorodor cannot open that gate. Amada's and Gorodor are still trudging their way through criteria, looking for the way forward. Looking for whatever elevators. We already know where Norfair is, because that's where we started, I believe. So the other cool things is you're noticing while watching this Metroid Planets run is that Samus moves at such a fluid frame rate. That's because Vacant Shade changed it, so I believe Samus runs at 60 FPS? Her sprite? Yeah, something like that. That's why you see her move so smoothly, and it plays really nicely. Oh, Gorodor taking that elevator, going back there. That's the other thing. Another way that you could get around in this map, you could choose to respawn at your last elevator, gain back your energy, and just jumping back to the last area you were at. Helpful when trying to get around the map, and you're very, very far away from the elevator. Alright, so Gorodor is climbing back into Norfair, it seems. Back into the good old Epi room, as Amada faces the best beam room. Yes, cue Amada cursing. I can totally see that. Alright, right now, Gorodor is trying to find whatever progression items or an elevator that brings Gore into another area that has a boss in it. Oh, Amada is also finding that core that she can't get yet, just like Gorodor can't. That's right, now that Gorodor has the Morph Ball, that Gorodor can fit into all those small holes that he couldn't get into before. Hopefully we get some new info coming up here as Gorodor trudges into territory that he has not seen yet. Missiles are good at this stage of the game, because having a lot of missiles helps. Oh, and this room is annoying. It's kind of like a shooting gallery as you're trying to get your missile through the gate in order to hit that button. We're jumping up, up. And Amada is going down, still in criteria. Trying to search out anything there. And Gorodor is going to another elevator. Let's see where this goes. Right into Ridley. Alright, Gorodor is now up in Ridley. The other cool thing about this game is if you're hearing these awesome remixes done by Loader, or most of them are done by Loader, I believe. Lots of different tunes from across the entire Metroid series. Alright. Amada is traversing back, finally. Designed to shove criteria away. Alright, let's see what Ridley's got for Gorodor today. Oh, X-shaped Best Hall. As you can see, unfortunately, the best beam has sort of carried on past Gorodor and has permeated the entire Metroid Planets community. I know. It's a thing! It's a thing. Gorodor's picking up more missiles. Fire the missiles! Alright. Still trudging his way through Ridley, while Amada is also taking that same path, picking up those missiles in this Morph Ball area. Yes, it is a meme, unfortunately. Alright. Here we go with Gorodor continuing to roll into Ridley, trying to find Ridley's little hideaway. Because Ridley is one of the 3 bosses needed to get into Mother Brain. Missiles, a whole 5 of them! Hey, listen, every 5 missiles counts, heroes. Any little bit helps. Gorodor is back in the good old elevator best beam room. Oh, I despise this room so much when going through it. Oh, and there is the double core item that allows you to equip 2 cores at once, because normally Samus can only pick up, or can only equip 1 core at a time. Right? Back to the elevator for Gorodor. Finding nothing of use in Ridley yet. It's true, those missiles are better than the 2 packs Dread gives you. I agree. Speaking of missiles, Amada picks up missiles, giving Gorodor a high 5 in the same room together. Alright, they're going to be heading in the same ways for a bit. As certain characters would say during our community races, stop following me. But neither runner knows they're following each other at this point. They're both taking the same path, trying to find any progression in Ridley right now. Bubbles! We come across MST's bubble room. MST loves his bubbles. And actually, he's in a match right now on SpeedGaming 1. Yes, we're actually having a triple header tonight, folks, in the Metroid Planet's race community. Oh, and there is the door that will give way to Ridley. Yes, Ridley is his wonderful, wonderful NES little dragon self. You can easily rush him down. He's not that difficult in this game. Not as scary. He doesn't pick you up and throw you around. So you just kind of bum rush him, like both of our runners are doing right now. And now that Ridley is dead on both their sides, they are going to continue. Will they leave Ridley and say, screw finding any items? Oh, it looks like Gorodor does. Meanwhile, Amada decides to dive deeper into Ridley to see what she can find. So let's talk about the progression items for a second here, folks. Just like the NES, we have the Morph Ball, we have a Varia Suit, we have High Jump, we have... I almost said... I don't know what I said. Almost said Water Beam, but no, it's Wave Beam. Oh, and Gorodor is into Brinstar right now with another map scanner, giving Gorodor a little bit more information. But also, unlike NES Metroid, we do have Space Jump, and we do have a Spring Ball. So you can bounce around, bounce up, and get down. Also, Scrack is somewhere around. Oh, also, if you notice, our players are still needing their long beams as well. So, which isn't really a problem if you have enough missiles, but right now they're kind of low at missiles, as you see Amada right now trying to get into this room with just missiles since there's no long beam. But Amada could take a peek. Oh, and there is Spazer on Amada's side. Oh, that's an item. Gorodor is going to have to go back for that one. Meanwhile, Gorodor, on the other hand, is trudging his way all the way through Brinstar, looking for the wonderful Spore Spawn. Everyone loves a Spo. You might even say that boss really grows on you. Am I right? No? Okay, I'll shut up now. Alright. So Amada knows where at least one progression item is. going through, looking for whatever they can find. And there is that double core. I think that is core capacitor, if I'm right, because the other one, the triangle one, is core dynamo. And that allows the cooldown time on the cores. A boo? Hey, listen. They can't all be winners. Or in my case, none of them are winners. Oh, and there is Spring Ball! Oh, wow. Amada is finding 2 progression items. And meanwhile, Gorodor gets Aegis Core, one of the brand new items that when that is on, it allows you to get invincibility frames. But it is not a, it's not progression, unfortunately. So we'll see. We'll see when Gorodor decides to go back down into Ridley. Because that's going to be stopping Gore a little bit. Meanwhile, Amada, pleased with what she has found, is going to try to continue onward. Probably head into Brinstar right now. Right? Or Gorodor's just going to keep trying to trudge their way through Brinstar, looking for that Spore Spawn, or any other progression items that Gore can find at this moment. Well, there's some missiles, and Amada gets her map scan. So I believe that is all 3 map scans on Amada's side, just like Gorodor has all 3 map scans available. So you're going to be able to see them going through to scan various points of the map, trying to see if they could spot any bosses or item rooms that they could, spot. The great part about this game is once you've played so many rooms that you get an idea of which rooms have major items in it, and so you can spot them right off the bat. So it does help when players familiarize themselves with the rooms. Granted, there are a lot of rooms. I believe in this tournament pack that the map is generated out of, there is, I think, around 12k rooms in this pack. But in the overall community, we have about almost 25, or I think we're just over 24,000 rooms altogether. So yeah, there's a lot of variations in maps that you could spawn. Yep, too many spring ball checks in Bryn. This does put Amada in the lead. That is correct, Sky. I don't... Oh, but Gorodor does find Space Jump there. We saw a few checks that Space Jump could check out, I believe. Oh, and there is another core there. But Amada, I don't think, is going to be too far behind Gore at this point. So Amada is definitely in the lead right now. But it's still early, so anyone's race at this point. Oh, look, another best beam room. It's the best reveal. I really hope Gorodor is cursing himself right now. Alright. We're continuing to trudge on through Brinstar. Right now we're looking for the purple-violet door. I don't know what color it is, because I'm partially colorblind, folks. So I just roll with, oh hey, it's a different color. That's not red. Oh, another spring ball check that Gorodor is going to map. That's the other handy thing on the map screen. You could actually mark various points and track them in order to come back to later, just in case you're like, oh, hey, I don't remember what this room had. Let me see. Meanwhile, Amada in that same room picks up that E-Tank. Oh, but there's a Various suit for Gorodor. That does help give a little bit more comfortableness for Samus going through the hot areas and hazard areas. Now see, here's the question. Gorodor has already seen a lot of spring ball checks. Do you think Gorodor at this point feels behind? I'm not sure, considering Gorodor just did find 2 progression items, theoretically. But Amada knows that she has already picked up those items in Ridley. And once she finds that Varia suit, oh, it's going to be feeling really, really good. Yep. Amada is going to be doing an endless amount of hazard runs. We'll see. I mean, there's a way around it. If you could pick up the Crystal Core, which is another one of our cores, that acts as kind of like a pseudo Varia suit. And in that way, it basically takes your missiles from your missile packs and changes them into health as needed once you hit 0 on your energy counter. So there are ways to just ignore Varia suit. But we'll see if that comes in handy for Amada. But that is not on the table yet, if I am not mistaken. Alright, and Amada has just found Space Jump. Oh, and meanwhile, Gore finds more missiles. Still no sight of Spore Spawn yet. Yes, Gore going back and gaining Spacer should mitigate it. Oh, and there's Phazon Core. Phazon Core allows a player to equip it and get more energy for them, or have their energy drain. Yep, and there's Spacer. Gore has gone Spacer. So it looks like Gore is back in the lead after trudging back down to Ridley to get that. Alright. Amada's on the hunt. Yeah, the logic break is definitely something, Sky. We'll see if that spring ball is found. Because that would be quite the comeback for Gorodor. Like I said, it's still early, so it's anyone's game right now. Oh, and Amada gets another E-Tank, which will help, considering the lack of Varia suit. And found Aegis Core. Meanwhile, Gore goes for the Spring Ball. Yes, Surge did save him. Let's not forget this moment where Surge Core did finally prevail. Suck it, Surge Core haters. Alright. Gorodor now has gotten those progression items and is continuing onward. Feeling pretty good with himself, I bet, right now. At this point, our runners are busy just looking for whatever route they could find forward, especially to Spore Spawn. Because really, you could skip some of your progression items as long as you're defeating your bosses. Always be looking for your bosses. Alright, Gorodor is still searching with the map scanner. Now they're back both in Brinstar. So we'll see what this amounts to for both of them. Alright, up there is Amada with her Varia suit. This is going to be interesting. Because I think that kind of ties it up overall. So So right now our runners are looking for any progression. And Amada takes the lift out. Oh, we're finally seeing what is at the top of this Forgotten Tower to see if anything good is up here. Because until this point, I don't think we've gotten a glimpse of what is going on over here. Oh, some missiles. What is this bottom item? Oh, just an energy tank. But still, that's helpful. So at this point, I think Gorodor thinks that he's kind of saved himself a little bit after that backtrack into Ridley. But now it's just a hunt of where our bosses are. But we're currently still looking for a couple things, like our Ice Beam. We're still looking for our, what else we got? Oh yeah, bombs. Duh. We haven't gotten our bombs. Amada is going for Long Beam, yep. That is true. So, Amada is searching out that Long Beam. Alright, Gorodor is also taking that top path up the tower to see what's up here. Searching the checks Amada has already seen. Alright, nothing there. That's the nice thing with Wave Beam, folks. You could easily just scan certain items to see if that room is worth doing or not. So that's going to save a lot of search time. Allows you to easily just weed out rooms quickly instead of just going through all of the bustle of trying to do whatever puzzles, just like that shooting gallery that Amada was just in. Alright. Tunnels! Unfortunately, as you see, that there is no water in this game yet. This game is still being updated over time by Vacant Shade, and we hope that... Oh no, I did just say that word, because certain things are eventually coming. Oh, and there is Crystal Core, our mock Varia suit. Since Amada already has Varia suit, there's no real need for that much right now. I mean, it could come in handy later on, especially if Amada decides to equip Phazon. Yes, that is 1 week, heroes. That is another week it's going to take before the water is added into the game. But Vacant Shade is slowly adding new generation items to the game. Has been updating this over the span of, it's been what, like 3 years now? Something like that? But updates have been coming quickly, and we've already been seeing several previews of the next update, which will happen sometime in the near future. It's great because that keeps everyone on their toes of what's coming and how the game plays. And new rooms are always being created by new room makers, because this game actually has a map maker included, or technically a room maker built into it. So therefore, anyone could just jump in and make any of these rooms you see right now, and force runners like good old Gorodor and Amada to go through them and be tortured by them. And Gorodor also picks up the Crystal Core. Hopefully it's crystal clear to Gorodor that there's not much here right now. Amada is still hunting that Long Beam down. And we're back in this room. I mean, it's a Metroid game, so you're going to have a lot of backtracking normally. Has Gorodor gone through this yet? I think not, maybe, because Gorodor did not have Spring Ball last time they were through here. Granted, there's nothing up there, but... Skyhawk thinks there's going to be a Torian run for bombs. That is possible. That's another thing in this game that, because it's randomized, Torian can actually have your progression items there. So you may have to make Torian runs in order to find out how to go forward. That's always fun. Alright. Gorodor heads back into Ridley. Not sure what Gore is looking for here. But I think Gore is going to get that information about the needing long beam. I forget if Gorodor has it or not yet. Oh, and there's an E-Tank and some missiles. Meanwhile, Amada's going through the colorful sponge room. Yes, it's very interesting because it's all randomized maps made out of user-created rooms. Oh, no ice beam there to defeat that Metroid. Currently, our runners are trying to find any progression items that could possibly give them anything right now. Amada is searching criteria. Oh, and I believe this is an elevator room, yes. And what elevator is this, folks? Oh, it's the wreck ship. Now, the wreck ship is an interesting area here, because there's no boss in it, and it could have nothing in it, or, in this case, considering everything else has kind of been pretty dead, that it could have our way forward. But since wreck ship doesn't really kind of lead to anywhere, it's a question on if, oh, hey, it's wreck ship. When you see it, do you want to pass it up, or do you want to take a dive right into it? Oh, and there's long beam! Amada has found her long beam, and that actually helps get the other beam. So the question is, does Amada bail on wreck ship or continue forward? Okay, taking a... Oh, and there's screw attack too! Well, good thing. I mean, it's just one extra room check in here. And is that Phazon Core or is that Phantom Core? Oh wait, no, that's Phantom Core because Phazon's already collected, duh. Sorry, my bad. And there's Sensor Core. Sensor Core is a very valuable core because it highlights various hidden blocks and hidden areas. At this point, Gorodor is going to have to jump into wreck ship and get that long beam. Yeah, screw attack is very helpful for defeating the bosses at this point. Ah, it was Phantom. Yes, it occurred to me later on. Because I am only sometimes smart. You know, I should really look at the tracker, because Skyhawk is doing an amazing job doing the tracking, which please give Skyhawk a follow. Same with our wonderful runners here. Oh, and Amada finds the stop room. So right now, Amada's gonna be leaving and heading right back to try and get that other beam. I mean, I say try, but Amada is gonna get that other beam. Oh, but Gorodor is taking the Torian dip. Oh, nope. Gorodor is not taking the Torian dip. Smart move in this case, for what we already know. Amada's doing a little bit of that damage boosting that can happen in this game. Even though this is just a NES Metroid, there's certain things that you can do to help increase your speed and stuff. Like I said, IBJs are very doable now. and that little bit damage boosting, at least for this version of the game, because it turns out in the next version, there's going to be a little bit more knockback in the game. It's going to make that damage boosting a little different. I don't think it's going to go away completely, but that's the thing. Gorodor might regret it if bombs are in there, yes. Because we still have not seen a sight of bombs yet. Meanwhile, Gorodor sees that core and just like, meh. Alright. Amada is back here. As Gorodor is about to try and head for a wrecked ship. And Gorodor is going to quickly find their progression there. With that long beam and that... wow. Screw attack, yes! I swear I've been paying attention, folks. But that long beam is going to become in critical use very soon here. At this point, we're essentially bombs away from going complete go mode, I believe. Once that ice beam is gotten. Or Spacer is. Yeah, that's right. They don't have Spacer yet either. See, I swear I pay attention, folks. Gorodor is on the hunt, going the complete opposite way through wrecked ship, it looks like. Meanwhile, Amada's heading back down into Ridley. Yep, a reversal will likely happen because Amada is ahead in bosses. Or will be ahead in bosses. Just more missiles for Gorodor. Gorodor has had it with these missiles on this map, yes. Alright, here goes Amada, hunting down their beam. Now, it is very possible sometimes that you won't need all of your items to get through to the rest of the bosses and Mother Brain, as well as the escape, but that is very rare. We'll see. We'll see that if any of our players are going to try. And there's Spacer for Amada. So the only things missing are ice and bombs right now. And ice probably is need to get through a couple Metroids. And granted, you could kind of dodge them. Because if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a Metroid. Right, Gorodor is going through, still hunting for that long beam. Meanwhile, Amada is going to take this chance to get ahead. Yep, bombs is the possible go mode right now. Because you don't... Oh, and Gorodor finally finds the long beam. Gorodor gonna bail after this, or gonna go one more? Okay, yeah, Gorodor's going another thing over. That's good. Good. So Gorodor is gonna pick up the Screw Attack and the Phantom Core right now. Amada does have Screw Attack, yes. And that's going to be making bosses a little bit of a cinch. The play here, yep. Torian definitely is going to help. I think it's about time to pop into Torian, kind of lay down some idea of what's going on there. Yep, Amada is still just checking out, scoping out the rest of Brinstar. Oh, is she finally leaving Brinstar? It looks like it, yeah. Yeah, that window is closing for Amada. Once Gorodor catches up. And Gorodor founds the good old stop room. Everyone loves to see those wonderful nope, stop, Waluigi rooms. Granted, I don't think any Waluigi rooms are in the tournament, but people have made Waluigi rooms, and they are wonderful, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, they're not wonderful. They're just there. The great part about Enigma, or another great part about Enigma, is when making rooms, you could tag them as various things and allow you to filter out what rooms you want to generate in a run. As well as you could do even custom areas. Which, speaking of custom areas, I believe week 2 of our Enigma race tournament is going to feature a custom area? I think so. And yeah, I agree, Heike. It seems like early Torian is the way forward here. Alright. Gonna be a close one, I think, because once Gorodor picks up that lovely Spazer, gonna be pretty neck and neck. Mata's gonna have a little bit of a lead over. Oh wait, but no, Gorodor's going down to Torian. Yes, because I paid attention. So Gorodor is taking a peek in the Torian. Oh, I guess Gorodor did pick up Spazer, yes. I was distracted. Shinies happen, you know? It's just... And there's a lot of shinies in this game. Really, the game's kind of a treasure hunt. Right, Gorodor finding the lovely, best elevator room. I don't have anything against that room. No, not at all. Alright, Amada is also going down to Torian. Look at all these best beam rooms, and this is best Tangleweed. Oh. More missiles? Nope, that's not going to do it for you, Gorodor. Yeah, bombs, I imagine, will be found somewhere in Torian at this point. I'd be surprised if they're elsewhere. And yep, Long Wave is definitely needed here. So we're crawling through Torian looking for anything that could give us clues or progression. Unfortunately, they will not be able to visit Mother Brain yet, because like I said, there's going to be a... But if they find that yellow door, they're going to get the information needed. Okay, Mother Brain is here. But in order to get through that, they need to defeat all 3 bosses, which they have 1 down. That map scan, yeah. A little bit of... That was a thing. It's okay. I'm sure it's all good. Alright. Still trudging through Torian. Right now, Torian... it could be a maze sometimes going through here. And the fact that we have not found anything yet is kind of impressive. Alright. Another best room. Man. Putting Wave first really generates all these best beam rooms, doesn't it? No lead change yet. Still just on the hunt. So the question becomes, if Bombs is here or not. Because I don't think there's any other way besides... Have we done all of criteria? I think there was still some stuff in criteria left. Mantorian can be a gauntlet sometimes. Just trudging through here. But thankfully our runners are both hopped up on a lot of energy tanks. And are more than good, so nothing in Torian besides maybe a Metroid will be an issue. Oh, Gorodor picks up the core dynamo. Oh, and there's bombs! Gorodor has found the bombs. So now Gorodor can continue playing the game, and Gorodor is in the lead. Yep, there is quite the clear lead. Right, now Gorodor is going to continue, probably go kill off bosses. Because so far, ice doesn't seem needed yet. Yep, bombs were in Torian. Oh, and Amada is now picking up the bombs. As well as the core dynamo. Both runners are now going forward. Probably trying to go for the bosses at this point. Because I don't think either of them care about ice. So right now we're searching for wherever these bosses are. Because we haven't found Kraid yet, have we? I don't think we've seen Kraid. Are we going to take a dip to find out where? Alright, we're back in Norfair at this point. Yep. I agree, Skyhawk. I don't see any ice blockage right now, so they could be in go mode right now. Alright. We keep rolling, and there's our boss door for Spore Spawn. Yep, as I said, Spore Spawn makes his return, or their return, from good old Super Metroid, and this time they are not DLC. What's really cool is Vacant Shade, the person who made this, has made a little bit of a unique spin on Spore Spawn, where if you could bomb that little root stock there, you could stun Spore Spawn and opening up quicker instead of waiting for those cycles to those wonderful, wonderful Spore Spawn cycles. Gorodor has just murdered Spo, and now only has Kraid left. Meanwhile, Amada is going and taking her turn. You know, getting to the root of the problem here. Alright, Gorodor is into Kraid. I think Gorodor is just going to beeline it straight to find Kraid as quickly as possible. Gorodor knows where to go in Torian, kind of, so... At this point, this is Gorodor's race to lose. But it's still pretty close, I think. Yep. Gorodor... Oh, and they're both in Kraid at this point. This is a close one. Yeah, we are tied. I didn't realize how quickly you could go from Spo to Kraid. That's the beauty of these randomly generated maps. You never know what you're gonna get. Or where anything is. It makes it like a brand new Metroid game each and every time. They're both traveling along the same path. High-fiving each other at every possible... And there's our ice! There is Ice Beam. Did Gorodor just not pick up ice? I guess not? Well, we'll see if that's gonna hit Gorodor on the way, all the way to Torian. Gorodor did not pick up ice. Okay. That... This is gonna be interesting if there's a sudden Metroid room that is suddenly needed to deal with some Metroids, but right now you just basically screw attack and scare off Metroids. So it might not be needed. But it is a really close race, folks. As both runners now rush their way back to Torian to take on good old Mother Brain. Now, Mother Brain has a couple of unique things in this game. Just like in the original NES Metroid, you have to go through the Zebetite blocks to get to her. But in some cases, those Zebetites here may enact a shield, so you can't damage her until all of those Zebetites are destroyed. So make sure you stocked up on missiles in case it's a heavy Zebetite Mother Brain room. Oops, almost all majors. Yep, that's correct. I'm really interested to see if Gorodor comes across a combat room with Metroids. That would be funny. Alright, they're both high-fiving each other consistently at this point as we make our way back to Torian. And for the final Mother Brain confrontation. Alright, there's Gorodor. Just trying to make his way downtown, walking fast, faces past, and he's homebound. And now that that's stuck in everyone's head, I am happy for the night. You can insert your own little piano ditty in there. So right now, it's so very close. With Gorodor only missing out on ice. We'll see if that actually costs him at all. Amada is going. They are very, very close together. And Gorodor is first into Torian. And Amada is not going to be too far right on Gorodor's tail. So now it's just a race to Mother Brain, and hopefully Gorodor does not come across any combat rooms with Metroids. Back into my most hated best speed room. The runners are putting on such a good show, folks. It's such a close game right now. As we're approaching the hour mark, please definitely make sure to follow these runners and follow our tracker, Skyhawk. Alright, they're going. I'd say rolling around at the speed of sound, but they're not even using their morph balls right now, folks. Alright, once again, we're high-fiving. It's such a close race. And sometimes rooms get a little bit familiar, because some creators like to create fun rooms that look the same that are just a little bit different. Just to... Oh, and there's our Mother Brain. Here we go. They are both in the Mother Brain room at the same time. This is what it's about, folks. I'm surprised neither of them have engaged their Phazon cores. But they feel they do not need it. Gorodor was in the Mother Brain room first, but Amada... Oh. Was Gorodor in? Or maybe Gorodor was second. But Amada is going to be out of the Mother Brain room first with a 3-minute and 48 second timer going for them. Oh. And Amada finally equips Phazon. See if Gorodor is going to do the same to help them get their way through the Zebetite. Oh, this is going to be so close. Oh, and Gorodor is having to farm for missiles. No! That's gonna cost Gorodor. It is Amada's race. Now all Amada has to do is find the exit elevator, because in this, you just need to get to the exit elevator as you're doing the countdown timer, and you win. Now sometimes it's possible that there are connections on planets where you could go through all the way back to your ship. But this doesn't seem to be one of those maps. That happens very, very rarely. Oh, and I believe Gorodor has made it through. Yep, into assuming dead end. Amada has quite the lead right now. Oh, but this is gonna be so very close. Oh no, Gore! Amada makes her way. And I believe that once that music changes, you're gonna know that Amada is in the second half of this escape. Like right there. Oh, and there's our spring check. Gorodor is not giving up, not too far behind at all. And there's Amada, hit the elevator, and Amada wins it. With a race time of 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 52 seconds. GG, Amada. That was a really close race with a lot of back and forths. That was quite something. And Gorodor is just going to finish up these last few rooms. And once they do, we'll bring them both in for a little bit post-race interview. Oh man, that was a close one. Alright, Gorodor is going through that last spring jump. Spring check, yes. And here comes the elevator for Gore. And that's a GG for Gorodor at a race time of 1 hour, 3 minutes and... 1 hour, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. GG's to both of our runners here. Wow, that really was close. Not even a minute between their endings. Right now, as you can see, Amada's scrolling through her little pathway, because what Metroid Planet's Enigma does shows you at the end after you complete a run what route you've taken throughout the map and where you've gone, as well as all the different pickups you've gotten and the timestamps that you've gone from. Gorodor could also check where that ice beam is in terms of the area, and then just check to see what they left behind. So I guess after they do their little cleanups, we will get them both in here, if they want to, for a post-race interview. Alright, we got Amada in the setup room. Let's see if we can drag Amada in. There we go. How you doing, Amada? GG's.
There is no way it was that close.
Oh, it was a back and forth the entire time. Like, it was kind of amazing.
I'll step in for this. So, Gore had the lead because he logic broke Spazer. You won because you had more missiles and Phazon.
Yes.
Wow.
You lost him in the escape.
Yeah. You were both in Mother Brain at the same exact time.
That is incredible.
Yeah, let's see if we get Gorodor in here too, because we need to yell at Gorodor for a few things. But, yeah, how are you feeling after that win, Amada?
I did not think I was gonna win that.
Fair. Where do you think what really tripped you up, you think?
It was... As soon as I saw Spazer, I'm like, oh no, this is not gonna go well. I explore all of Brinstar, I'm like, yeah, surely Longbeam is here. It wasn't.
No!
Finally, I'm like, fine. Clearly, Gorodor went straight to Wreck Chip, and I'm gonna lose.
No, you were the first into Wreck Ship finding that long beam.
Wow. Yeah, I thought Gorodor would have gone there immediately, and I felt extremely behind pretty well. As soon as I found Longbeam, I thought I was extremely behind.
What's really funny is, in those last rooms, Gorodor did not pick up that ice beam.
That is an interesting choice.
Yeah. We were wondering if there was going to be any encounters with any combat room Metroids, because that would have that would have been a pain.
It doesn't look like Gore got the invite for the chat.
It happens. Let's see if we can get him dragged in here. Can we invite him ourselves?
I've not been able to.
Wasn't I joking like a week or so before the tournament started that I was going to have a photo finish with Gorodor?
I believe so, yeah. I remember on stream you were saying such.
I was joking, right? Way back to my first race where I beat Gore by 14 seconds.
And sure enough, that is exactly what happened. You predicted the future perfectly.
Wow. Well, I was wrong about the 14 seconds.
I mean, it was close though. It was less than a minute.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oops. Trying to get my scuffed backup timer to actually scale correctly on the restream.
There was a lot of back and forth in this match of who had the lead and whatnot. Originally, Gorodor left Ridley before getting those items down there, and then had to return to Ridley. Yes. And that is when you allowed you to fully take the lead there for a bit and gave you the edge going into wreck ship, I believe.
Wow.
Yes. So, let's see if we can't get Gore in eventually. Gotta love tech. So now that you've gone one run down, Amada, how are you feeling about the rest of the tournament?
That is a good question.
Because, I mean, going into week 2 with a win, gives you a little bit of hype.
I feel like a lot of that depends who my week 2 opponent is.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
If I get matched against like Skyhawk or Alex, I'm definitely going to be a bit nervous.
Well, right now you're 1-0. So
Yes.
it's either me, MST, or me, because
MST,
they won
that
their
is.
respective races today.
Oh, MST won that one. Okay, cool. So, yeah, those
so we did.
are the 3 options so far. And there's still a couple more matches that need to play out, but I believe the winners are everyone who has 1-1 is going to play each other, right, Skyhawk?
Mhm.
Almost. Only because of the odd number of matches per week.
Right,
So
right.
there's a chance that a 1-0 might be pared down.
Ah, yes. That is true. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're able to get Gorodor in here, unfortunately. That is a little bit of a letdown, because we wanted to grill him, because Gorodor, it turns out Surge Core saved Gorodor at one point.
I refuse to believe that.
It allowed him to logic break Spazer.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah,
Well-
GG Gorodor in the chat. Hopefully we can get you in the call here.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Hold on.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, yes, good show from both of you. It was a very close race that entire time. I was, especially that ending, that was blowing my mind. All right, we're gonna see if one more attempt to.
Still trying it.
Yep, gonna take another attempt to try and get Gore in here. All right, Amada, I asked this on another match, but what is the one item you don't want to see as your first progression item in Enigma?
I mean, excluding screw attack because it's not a progression item. Probably Varia. I think it just makes the
There's
scenes less
Gorodor.
interesting.
All right, Gorodor, GG, man.
Guy, what the heck?
What?
What does
There-
Sky do?
Yeah, what did Sky do?
All I have to say to
He
you, sir,
rolled
that
the se-
Surge Core gave you the lead.
Yeah. It allowed you to sequence break a little bit. Or logic
Sur-
break, yeah.
Surge Core gave you the lead.
Uh,
Not having Phazon and Ice made you lose. Or Phazon actually is more the bigger deal.
Yeah.
The fact
yeah,
you didn't pick up ice was like mind-blowing because it was right there on your way.
I didn't need it, so
Because Amada had Phazon at Mother Brain, you didn't.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
You first room into the escape, she turns it on and she's gone, and you're still there farming.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Wow, that really was the difference.
Yeah.
It was. But up until that point, Gorodor, you were in the driver's seat, sir.
That's fair.
Yep.
Where even was Phazon? I don't even remember.
It was behind some spring ballroom.
Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
That was
And
what
I-
in
I think I
Ridley?
yeah, was it? Yeah, it was like one of Escrunt's spring checks, or I don't remember.
But what was really interesting, Gorodor, is that you had to go all the way back to Ridley to get that those 2 items down there. Meanwhile, Amada picked them up on her first jaunt through Ridley.
Yeah,
I got
didn't have
one of
enough
them.
Health.
Oh, Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, Spring Ball was useful for once. That's right, Heike. So, Gordor, will you now apologize to Surge Core?
Well, since I still lost,
I don't think Surge Core saved him. I think his sequence breaking that led to him missing Spring Ball
Guy,
and thus missing
do you
Phase
at least
Encore.
appreciate I equipped it?
I appreciate that both of you equipped it. I appreciate.
I didn't equip it.
So no, to be clear here, you both went into Ridley. You both left Ridley. Gore came back, picked up Spazer and Spring Ball, and took the lead. So that was not the actual problem there.
Mm.
Now, had one of you picked the right path in Turian and gotten bombs, I think that would have probably sealed the deal.
Did we both last location bombs?
Yes.
Yes.
That
sure
checks
did.
out.
We were all wondering, and we're figuring out that Bombs was probably in Torian at the end of the day, and sure enough.
I was walking down that last hallway. I'm like, if bombs are not here, I'm going to cry and then go to wreck Chip. In that order.
That is fair. So, Gordor, how do you feel your match went?
Terrible.
It was so close! It was so close!
When I got blocked by bombs and then spring and then everything, I was like, oh god. Where is things?
No,
Then
it was a
found
good
Turian,
match.
Needed long again. I'm like, yay.
The Spring Ball checks really kind of kept you out of a lot of stuff going through various spaces. It was. I could imagine that you were just going, "Where is Spring? Where is Spring?" the entire time. At any point, did you feel like you were behind?
Yes.
The entire time.
Pretty much.
What might surprise you, Gorodor, is same.
Yeah.
I mean, I always feel behind until I hit finish first.
That's a good way of looking at it, to be honest. It allows you to make plays and, push forward without trying to waste too much time. All right, well, like to say thank you to both of our runners, Gorodor and Amada. Here, congratulations on your win, Amada. And like to say thanks to our tracker, Skyhawk, for the awesome stuff tonight. Good old tracking. And thanks to all of our viewers who are watching this race. Don't worry, there's a lot more Metroid Planets Enigma tournament to come over the next couple days and, I guess, weeks.
Next race right now is Sunday, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
That will be
Wait,
King
Sunday?
Koopa Lord versus... Oh, sorry. Friday. Absolutely Friday. I'm commenting.
Oh,
that.
Friday.
Yeah, Friday, Epi versus Winter. And then on Sunday at 6 p.m. will be King Koopa Lord versus Flurry.
Yep. And that will finish off week 1 before going into week 2, where we have different settings. As I mentioned, there's going to be a custom area in week 2, and stuff's going to be shaken up a little bit. I believe it's only 6 area, right?
Next
I
week will be
believe
6 area.
Yes. So there's going to be chances of missing bosses. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here on Speed Gaming.
Have a good night, everyone.